Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening, young men.
How y'all doing tonight?
Uh, living good.
Living good?
Yeah, living good. Hello, young fellas. All these young fellas on here.
On top and rising.
Okay, good evening, America. Good evening to the world. We are here just to get the vote out. This is our special Watchdogs program to get the vote out. That's what we're trying to do. We see that voter participation is kind of low, and we want to make sure we tell everybody is how important it is to get the vote out. We might have other candidates stopping in just to inspire people throughout this 1 hour program, and we're just gonna try to get the vote out. Anybody want to start with any profound statements?
Well, my profound statement, and y'all know I'm a profound person from time to time, but this is the thing that really got my goat the other day. I was listening to, and then I read a statement that the mayor made concerning the dysfunction on council as a result of the fact that they've blackballed and locked out 4 city council people from the day one from putting anything on the agenda. And it caused a lot of dysfunction on council, a lot of arguing and fussing because it was just wrong. He said his solution would be in the next administration to, instead of them allowing the 5, the majority, to make the decision to put things on the agenda, his solution would be that nothing would go on the agenda except what he approved. What? So you're going to elect 9 people, and one person gets to decide what we would consider, much less what we're going to agree on. We don't have any input into what we're going to discuss. Now, I've been pastoring Litway for 40 years, 40 long years, and I have been regaled as a pretty good pastor. But if I told my deacons tomorrow afternoon that we are not going to have any more business meetings, all the decisions are going to be made by me, God's going to talk to me, and I'm going to tell y'all what he said, and that's it. They would get me out there. I'd be fired before God got the news. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, man. That's
dictatorship.
You want to go, Jamar?
I was just saying that was dictatorship.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
That's called autocracy. Yeah. One person running everything.
That called he getting too big for his britches. That's what that called. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. I don't understand if these folks don't understand what we trying to say and trying to tell them, and they don't want to listen. And this man had 20 years and haven't did nothing, and y'all gonna go vote for him again for 4 more years? Y'all done lost your mind. Y'all may not be here in 4 more years because he's probably gonna run y'all out in the next 2 years. You ain't gonna see no black folks in Savannah, Georgia, because it's gonna be too high. The tax is gonna be too high. Only person gonna be in Savannah, Georgia, is the other people in him. Let me tell you something right now, people. I've been saying this ever since for the last 3 years. What look like us ain't always for us. This man not for you. This man don't care about you. This man need to be stopped. On Tuesday, after 7 o'clock, he need to be stopped. That's when all the votes should be in. And if y'all don't listen to us, don't come crying in the next 2 years when you're not here.
You know, when he was elected, he showed up at a function and he made all these big promises. When he made those promises, I told him then, I said, remember what you say now, because you're going to be held accountable for what you said. And I was talking with a lady today, and I was shocked because the lady said, who's going to vote for him? She said, if they know what I know, they ain't going to vote for him. I'm going to be talking all weekend long to make sure they don't vote for him. She said he made a promise to their neighborhood and never fulfilled it.
Mhm.
I said, well, do what you got to do. I can't tell you who to vote for, but I can tell you to go vote.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can tell you who to vote for.
Yeah.
I can tell you who to vote for. Listen, they got 3 people running for the mayor. Ms. Davis, who nobody really knows, and then who I think they put in.
Yeah.
Okay, I think they put in, and of course Van and Keisha. So I'm gonna tell you who to vote for. I'm saying vote for Keisha, and I'm unabashedly in her corner, because the other corner is unabashedly against us. Plain a fact. Now I don't know what it takes for us to catch on. I don't know what it takes for us to wake up. All I know is I'm going to be shaking the cradle till the baby cry. Okay, I'm not going. I remember when I first started courting my wife. I heard this from an old man one time. He says, "Young man, when you see the woman you want, don't lose her for a lack of telling her."
Apostle Scott.
And we're not going to lose this race for a lack of me telling folk. Make sure you get to the polls, get out and vote. Now, I'm an old school, so I want people to vote their choice. I really do. But God knows, I'm hoping your choice will not be to put somebody back in office who fought against us getting Calhoun's name, the racist Calhoun's name, off the square. Fought until they got to election time. And we need to realize that right now, well, everybody know my cause. One of my great causes is the weeping time. If Keisha and a group of new folks are elected, the weeping time is saved. It's over. Upon their election, if we get Robert Bryant, if we get McCann, the little white fellow off the south side,
Mike.
If we get Rashida Edwards, if we get Todd Rhodes, if we get either Tia or Taylor in the second district, if we get 4 of them, Alicia Miller Blakely, if we get 4 of them to go along with Renetta, who's already in, the weeping time saved. It's over. The case is closed. It's done.
He'll be trying.
It's over.
He'll be trying to bring something up then, Pastor, to say that's dead. We can't bring it back up for vote.
Oh no, the new council is not bound by the old council. Thank you very much.
Right. He'll be trying to. You know how he is. He think he's a parliamentarian on all the rules of council. And my problem with this guy is that whatever he says, he thinks that we're supposed to believe it, and he says it in such a way that he's been to what name of the school? The class you go to?
Trump school.
No, so you can learn. Where you go
public administration. He has a master's in public administration.
Yeah, but with the thing, speech, the thing where you go to say your speeches, learn how to say speeches on.
Orators.
Toastmasters.
Toastmaster school.
Yeah, he's been to Toastmasters and every other. He's got all the stuff under his belt, so he knows and has studied it all. So he knows how to manipulate people. And my problem is that he does such a great job of manipulation that he's manipulated all these pastors. You know, I made a post today because I saw a pastor saying something about destroying somebody's character. Why would somebody even attempt to destroy somebody's character? Why are you even concerned with somebody destroying somebody else's character? You know, it is, and you know, and this pastor, I hate people who just follow. Pastors are supposed to lead.
Yeah.
And you're following, and you're showing that you're not a leader to me. But I'm not gonna get into that because after January, y'all gonna have to just pray for me because I will be on a tear for pastors.
Yeah. Character. You can't destroy nobody's character if you don't have it.
Exactly.
His character already destroyed.
Jamal,
Go ahead, Jamal.
Well, I want to share this, and Alderman Keisha Gibson Carter and I were having a conversation. I was coming here, and one of the things we shared and we discussed, I said, this is a historical moment for us. This is historical. And I'm not trying to talk about history. I'm just saying this is historical because this will be the first time that we now set the path that the people now will have seized the government. The people will not have control of the government. We had it somewhat with Floyd, but then this will be the real time because now what will happen is that everybody will see that. I mean, there'll be that brother or sister who was on Augusta Avenue, on Waters Avenue, on Skidaway, on Duffy Street, on 71st, that they'll now realize that they can run for office too, and it doesn't matter if you don't have the backing of the so-called elite. Now it means that any one of us can run for office. If you have a concern, you have a thought, you have an idea, you now can go forward with that. That's why it becomes important for people to get out to vote, because now it will send a message to people that now this is truly a people's government and a people's time. Everything is going on, as I told folks, it is the evil that's trying to stop that from coming to fruition. Right now, we have the power in our hands to now make sure that this is a people's government, the very thing that people have been wanting to see in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s, that we can have it. And then guess what? It'll set a trend because, like I told Keisha, because you, as mayor, you're in office. Guess what that means? That when you not decide to leave office, you will now set a tone as to what needs to come behind you, and that our community now realize these are the type of people that we got to have elected to office. If you are self-serving, you out the window. But if you are community serving, guess what? You now will have the potential to now become that alder person or come the mayor. That's what this is so crucial right now. But I want people to understand we got to get out there and vote, because now it's getting this woman right here, get her elected to office, so that way it sets a pathway. And when people try to discourage it, guess what? We're going to already have that right there when we have Keisha and have those other brothers and sisters there elected to office.
Well, there's a greater statement to be made to the community at large. And that greater statement is, if Keisha wins, even though we proved it in the last cycle, because neither Dietrich, nor Linda, nor Keisha, nor Alicia, none of them had money, near to compare to all of their oppositions. Now, in this case, the power brokers have given Van Johnson more money singly than all the candidates raised collectively in the last cycle. Now, I want you to catch that thought. One candidate has been given more money by the rich and the well-to-do, the people who will benefit the most for him basically destroying our communities. They have given him more money than all 9 candidates raised in the last circumstance in the last election. Plus, it's 3 times, I want you to hear this, 3 times what the mayor got what Eddie DeLoach got from that same community. They've given Van 3 times that amount because he was just over 200,000, and now we're talking about upwards of $250,000 with this last statement, this last financial statements going in. $750,000 for a $60,000 a year job. That's called bought and paid for.
Yeah.
So this election will say whether or not the city of Savannah is for sale.
Yeah.
And one of the other things, just to throw this out there to you, and why they are so frightened, Reverend Smalls, Elder Irwin, Brother Bernard, Brother Julius, what they're so frightened of is that now you have these people elected to office as older persons, and Keisha is mayor. What that now means that those same power brokers that Reverend Smalls been talking about, they don't have no control anymore. They don't have nobody. They can't run. They can't go and smooth. They can't go give them wine. They can't go dine them. They can't take them on helicopter. They can't take them on bus trips. They can't do none of that anymore because now it is directly centered on the people that you ain't got no control no more. You ain't got no influence. You ain't got no segue into the community. That person, that black person who could then smooth and get you in there with us. Now you got to sit down. And like I told Alderman Gibson Carter, I said to her, I said, because they have to sit down with you, not trying to get you to be humble to them. They have to be humble to you. And then they have to be humble to the people. And that is frightening them right now because then it's like, oh my God. What do we do? Because see, she can't be controlled. She can't be bought. And those other older persons, they can't be controlled. They can't be bought. So now they got to sit there as an equal. And then guess what? All of us now got dibs on everything now. There ain't no special contracts for nobody. That means that we all, that if Brother Irwin's, Elder Irwin's son got a contract, he put a bid in, guess what? He has a chance now to get that bid. It just ain't going to go to just somebody that's tied to them. It shapes up the entire foundation. So I'm saying to everybody in Savannah, this is why you got to vote, because now we now can have some equity and parity in this city for real.
Yeah. And for you to have all that money and little Miss Carter, you doing all this to beat little Miss Carter. That tell you all y'all is scared. But what they betting on is that our black community, they think we stupid. The bottom line is they think we stupid. And we here tonight to tell y'all need to wake up. Because if you doing all this to beat Miss Carter, man, come on. You so scared, all y'all scared in y'all boots, trust me. Because you know it's time for a change. And you won't be able to run Savannah like you running it now when you running with this little punk.
Well, you got to remember, in the last cycle, they had former bank presidents on council that lost.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Think about that. They had former guys who dealt with the chamber, dealt with Savannah Economic Development Authority. You had guys on the inside track, and they lost to people who didn't have money. Now, you're not going to tell me 48 months later that that's completely thrown out the window. And I believe that I see our candidate from my district, 5th district, is on here, and I believe that he's going to win hands down. And I've been doing political prognosticating now for 40, 50 years.
Yeah. That little fella right there, I'm gonna tell you right now, I know I stay on your butt, man. I know I do. But little fella,
I have no problem with that.
Man. I'm proud of him. Whether he win or lose, dude, you doing your thing. I'm proud of you. So
yeah, he doing it now.
Yeah. Medella, Estella, she got. Come on. If you ain't did number 20, if you ain't did number 12 years, why you want to get another 4? Van, if you ain't did nothing in 20 years, why you want to get another 4? And the rest of them.
Jamal, before you go, I just want to back up what you were saying about it's for sale. And then you can, play on that. But this tells you right here that it's for sale. Here it is, this mayor with this Republican over the highest vote getter in the last election, the last city election. This guy's running against Alicia Miller Blakely, and this is the mayor backing him against Alicia Miller Blakely, who is nothing but a fighter for the people. This woman does nothing but fight for the people every day. And here you are with this man. Why?
The Republican.
The Republican. Why?
Yeah.
Can you explain? And then you got Stacey and Nakima and Keisha Lance Bottoms coming here to support a man who is backing a Republican against a strong Democrat.
And they broke
What the
Democratic National Committee laws by doing that. They really did.
That's true. That's true.
And
They broke the law.
So I'm from Cannon Park, Jackson Park, which is in the 5th district. So now we have Dr. Robert Bryan, who's running for alderman for that district. So Dr. Robert Bryan, I want you to put it out there.
Yeah.
What is the most important neighborhood in the 5th district? What is the most important neighborhood, and why is it the most important neighborhood in the 5th district? Go ahead and state it right now.
It is Jackson Park, and that's because Alfred Eli Beach High School sits in the middle of it.
Say it again. So I was talking. Go ahead and say it again. Say it again.
No, it ain't.
Say it again. Say it again. Dr. Bryan.
Only if you go put on the right T-shirt, because you got on the wrong. So we made an agreement last night. We are not a 5th district Bulldogs.
So you had stated last night it is Cannon Park, Jackson Park because of Alpha Eli Beach High School. So
It's
again, we
limited
just want you to state it.
I
So
don't care
again,
what
Cannon
y'all
Park, Jackson Park is watching.
You hear what Pastor Paul say?
We are
limited.
Hey, somebody get that man a drink, Jamal. You know why Jamal act like this? Because he's just lonely.
He needs a drink.
Oh, y'all laughing? Brother Jerome, you laughing? Brother Jerome, you laughing?
We laughing because you can't catch a girl with a rope.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Hey, I got a question, y'all.
Oh, that mercy.
I ain't gonna say
I
nothing.
spend money for
Don't
this.
be
I
quiet.
spend money for this.
I wasn't laughing.
Oh, what did me? You was rolling around. You was okay. I ain't gonna say
Oh,
nothing.
God.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
listen, I know you got a girlfriend, and she's a very good young woman. But
She has my condolences.
yeah, she does have our condolences.
Hey, why you
Who
choking
got
up?
the girlfriend?
She needs an award
Who got the girlfriend?
for being long suffering.
The Brother Jerome still going on.
I want to know who got the girlfriend.
Jamal.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all said Van had a girlfriend.
Oh no!
Hey,
You'll see Van or not. You'll see Van or Jamal with a girl.
hey. Let me keep it clean. I'm gonna keep it clean. Put it this way.
Y'all keep it clean. I'm going with the elder.
Hey, trust me.
I'm going with Elder Irvin. I don't care what y'all
Hey,
y'all keep it
hey,
clean.
we're gonna pay a bill real quick, and we're gonna come right back. But y'all get your thoughts together because these are the candidates behind me that I'm supporting. And I just didn't have enough room to put Todd up there and Rashida Edwards up there and Lucia Johannes. I didn't have enough room. I didn't have a room to put Tia Brightwell and Taylor Washington. So those are our candidates. So we'll have them on Tuesday. Tia is trying to get in. I think she has some internet problems, but she'll be in a minute. Somebody else just popped in, but we'll get right back to them after this first commercial, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Amen.
Okay, we back.
Yeah.
Where were we? Because we got 883 people watching. We want everybody to understand. Share. That's what we want to do. Lucia says she's coming in a few. Make sure that you got the link and somebody sent her the link. And we got somebody on here saying Sheldon. I don't know who's Sheldon.
I don't either. Don't know no show.
I don't know who Sheldon is, but Sheldon, who are you? I don't know how you got the link, but you can come in if you are there.
Hey, let me defend everybody on this podcast right now. To the people of Savannah, Georgia, we do not have anything to gain in any of this. These young men on this podcast right now is fighting for their community. Okay, I've been going for 40 years, and I came back 11 months back and forth. And at the end of the day, they trying to show y'all that they care about y'all, that they love y'all, that they love Savannah, Georgia. And for y'all to constantly just keep, taking things the wrong way and bashing these folks and bashing them and say, they talking bad about this person, that person, that. No, it's not about talking bad. It's about telling the truth. And if y'all can't listen to these young men on here, then something is wrong with y'all. Obviously, they telling you the truth. I don't have nothing, trust me, I don't have nothing against Van. I really don't. At the end of the day. But I know what he ain't doing. He ain't serving y'all right for the last 20 years, okay? Fact check. Trust me, when I open my mouth, I already done fact check it and realize what's going on. So y'all need to stop throwing these young men under the bus for no reason whatsoever because he's telling y'all the truth. At the end of the day, my beef with Van is personal, and it will stay personal to the day I die. And I'm gonna tell you right now, what coming out my mouth is it's not our black media, it's me. I just don't like the young man. The young man is a coward. The young man taking a lot of paper bag. The young man even if he win or don't win, he's going back to New York City with y'all money and party like Prince. Trust me, with Prince.
we got Lucia.
I got a question.
We got a pretty lady on here. I don't want to talk to y'all no more. I want to talk to that lady.
Right. I just want to get a clarification. How can people log in and see? Because I've been trying to share it. So where do we need to go? You're muted.
Our Black Media Network. They can watch it every day. Go to Julius Hall page. You can also watch it on Julius Hall page. Oh, yeah, it might not be on Our Black Media Network. I have to share it there. Go to Julius Hall page. I'll put it on Our Black Media Network now.
Okay. Now, I understand that
What
this
is
supposed to be a nonpartisan race, but how can you go to a Republican event and come up with a couple of $100,000 and don't even address the Democratic Party when you're supposed to be a Democrat? Can somebody explain that to me?
How can you explain the inexplicable? You can't explain what doesn't make sense. It's like going to the crazy house and asking, why are these people acting like that? You cannot explain the inexplicable. But I want to hear from Sarah Lucia Johannes. I've talked to you about you fellas. I want the cuteness to tell us how she doing.
What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing?
All right.
Doing this fine.
Okay, good. It's Friday night, and I appreciate y'all in here because I have seen y'all on the front line, showing up at people's houses, letting people know what the rules are. I appreciate y'all because you break the entry for people like me to come through and do what we do. So I need y'all's help in the 4th district because we have a representative that just drives me crazy. Colombo, time after time after time, vote after vote after year after vote, is so incompetent to represent anybody in the 4th district. Running for the 4th district to represent children, youth, health, and wellness, Colombo voted against recreational services for children. I don't know who votes against children at all. My second platform, so I want to implement programs like gymnastics, swimming, cheerleading, track, programs for kids to be active in and stay off the streets, get out of trouble, and put them through a pipeline that gets them right through high school, middle school, high school, up into all of these 4 universities, colleges that city. We can't keep setting them up for failure. So when I go to these neighborhoods that don't know who he is after 4 years, it disappoints me because some of these neighborhoods, they don't have playgrounds, they don't have swimming pools, they don't have splash pads, they don't have anything for kids to do at all. So it's disappointing to me because the citizens tell me we don't know what's going on in their heads. The kids are walking around and we don't know. So they're telling me we need intervention. So that's my way, is to focus on children. That is my campaign. And that's how I'm able to bring up issues like preventing poverty, preventing crime from the ground level up when it comes to our children. And like Dr. Toure says, if we take care of our children, they take care of us. So water safety is my second platform because in 2020, a 3-year-old boy drowned in the Jackson Park pond in only 2 feet of water. So people watched him drown because they didn't want to drown. And I understand the trepidation that comes with that because we have generational trauma when it comes to water. Stemming back from slavery, people used to jump off of slave ships to avoid slavery. That's how bad it was. And so we have all these fears embedded in us generation after generation. And I understand it. But when it comes to the infrastructure and the lack of Nick Colombo being competent enough to address it, you have to let people know how deep that water is, and it needs a barrier around it. Because had that been a white baby that drowned and died, the pond would have been named after him. So not only did Nick Colombo do nothing about it, but 2 years later, a person without a home, we say in Colombia, we call them homeless people, a person without a home drowned in the same darn pond. Nothing, again, for 4 years can you do about that because those lives don't matter to him. So we have to look at people like that in our community that represent anybody in this beautiful hostess city of Savannah and get them out because we don't have time for people who don't see the little people or children of color. Somebody's whole child died and you've done nothing about it. A homeless person died, you've done nothing about it. You've still done nothing about it. And with little cost to citizens, it takes very little cost to protect that barrier. So when I get elected, the very first day, I will make sure that that is a safe space because that is an infrastructure failure from this city and this 4th district representative or lack thereof, Nick Colombo. My third platform is animal advocacy. I work with animals. I love animals, and I want to make sure that they're regulated, protected. Some people consider them family, and so I work with those resources to make sure that we take care of the stray animals and make sure that there's no dog bites with children, et cetera, et cetera. So those are my 3 platforms. This guy owns a kennel of dogs and doesn't do anything for dogs at all. So, you know, when it comes to his voting, and at this point, I'm venting to y'all. When it comes to his voting, he voted for, I believe, for the Weeping Times to be built on. He voted for development across from the 2 people that drowned in that pond at the cost of $1 million that nobody can afford right down the street from a homeless shelter housing 1,300 women and children. How can you do that? Where is your focus? Where is your focus? Because it's not with people. It's not with people at all. So I'm not the person to come in and promote this 1%. This is my city. I'm a former Miss Savannah USA, and I proudly have represented Savannah for the Miss Universe organization previously. And it's more about doing community service work and volunteering with the Frank Callan Boys and Girls Club and getting activities for children and just being very hands-on and active with the community. I'm a former Miss Georgia Latina US. So I proudly represented for Latinas in Georgia. So I would actually be the first Latina ever, being Colombian, in city council ever since 1790. So that's a barrier that I would like to break, to bring more cultural diversity on the council. We have to have an international, global point of view because we have to be diplomats in a way. We have to represent the city. My constituents of 25,000 people need representation on every level. And we need people with diverse opinions that aren't just going to follow the status quo and give more to the rich and take from the poor. We have a severe poverty problem within my district. So those people have to be seen, and these are all our people. And what bothers me that this incumbent doesn't give a darn about any of the people except for him. I don't know how anybody can vote towards $1 million development or raise $600,000 when we've got people on the streets, on the ground. We don't see them. They're invisible. Homeless. We step over them as a society, American society, really. But that's a problem. But if you can raise that much money, then surely you can build some homes with that.
Amen.
Okay.
Surely that's an immediate solution. Also, if you can raise that money, why do you need this job? So I'm bothered at this point, as you can see, but I need y'all's help to unseat this guy because I proudly represent this city. I love when people come. I love tourists. Everybody's welcome. In my family, we're gonna make room. We got room. You know, we got a table. We're gonna make room. Just come sit down. There's room for everybody here. But if everybody's not afforded basic food, shelter, and clothing, then we have all failed as a society. We failed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss. Okay, Sarah. We wanted you to let everybody know what you stand for, and they heard it tonight. We want to unseat Nick Palumbo also, so y'all go out and make sure that y'all vote for Sarah Lucia Johannes in the 4th district. Nick is just a rubber stamp for the mayor, and they're doing great things for the people, but they're not doing great things for the people. They're doing great things for the establishment. So that's where we are. Anybody next?
I just want to make sure the people of the 4th district understand that Nick Palumbo has been running around saying that if he was able to keep going, that he was going to be able to get $7 million of infrastructure to stop all the flooding. Now, let me make sure you all get a little whiff of this. Since 1989 through SPLOST, we've spent more than $160 million on drainage. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to cure all the flooding in the 4th district with $7 million? I mean, what would even make him think that might work?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how out of touch he is with the job that he's been in for 4 years. $7 million won't stop a pitcher from running over.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. So yes, we need Sarah Johannes, and I'm asking all of my friends and everyone who wants better government to vote for Sarah Lucia Johannes. Amen. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Amen. But on debate on WSAV, Van said he put $35 million away for the drainage. So you put 7 into 35, what that come to?
Well, okay. Well, the difficulty is he also said he got $122 million for affordable housing. I want you to listen to that number. $122 million. He says he has strictly for affordable housing. The city annual budget is $500 million. So you're telling me that a fourth of the city budget is all of a sudden going to go to affordable housing? I got a butter bean and cheese sandwich I'm going to sell you for $35. I'm just telling you, because you'll go for anything. If you believe these statements, if you believe these numbers, you will go for anything. You're gonna fix the flooding in Ardsley Park for $7 million. Because that's the only place he's really thinking about, by the way. He's really not thinking about the rest of the district. He's not thinking about anything across Waters Avenue. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
54th and 58th. He's not caring about that.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just
Predominantly black neighborhoods, low income neighborhoods, he's definitely not thinking about it. Nor is he showing up there or trying to be around anybody. So yeah.
He don't even visit. He doesn't even visit those areas.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
And I think in 2020 we had $5.13 billion allocated to affordable housing, according to my research. So, but where is it?
Jamal.
Oh, and again, I just want to throw something out there. We are at this critical point, this critical juncture right now to get the proper people elected to office. And that now means, just to let y'all know, that means that somebody, if you are 18 years old, and you're registered to vote, we need you to vote. Parents, we need you to tell your children they need to vote. Grandparents, you need to tell your grandchildren they need to vote. Great-grandparents, you need to tell your children to vote. And so now when people, especially when we have people who are in their teens, in their 20s, and in their 30s, when they go on about some of the issues we got going on, this is the moment in time right now. We need you to act on it. We don't need you talking about it right now. We need feet moving, and we need hand punching on November 7th. That's what we need. For us to have Sarah Lucia elected, to have Taylor or Tia elected, to have Keisha elected, to have Alicia elected, to have Todd elected, or Tammy elected, we got to have Rashida elected. We now need movement to make that happen right now, because so many of us sit down and talk, complain, and Tuesday is a time that you can redeem yourself by taking action and voting. We need people out there to vote. Because again, people say that you got the elders going out there and voting, older folks going out there and voting, but now the concern is, are we going to have some young adults and having adults now go and vote to make that change? That is crucial right now.
Yeah. How you doing, Mr. Sheldon? You got anything to say?
Well, he's correct, but a lot of parents, they're not aware that a special needs child can't vote. I had to share that with someone the other day. Yes, we need as many votes as we can. And a lady asked me, can my child vote? Yes, they can vote. But they just need to be registered. A lot of people, they really don't know that. They think because their child has a special need is that, they can't vote. They just need assistance.
Right.
My son has been voting since he turned 18. Amen. And his teachers, when he was in school, they knew he wasn't coming to school. Because we have the vote. You have a voice just like everyone else. But parents, they don't study the laws. I mean, it's a shame. And just like he said, we need people to go and vote. It's very important. When I say very, very, I mean rent going up to $1,500, $1,800, $2,000. Come on now, that's ridiculous. You have the longshoremen's complaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a waltz in the room that nobody's watching and nobody's saying nothing about.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say it. You know, they're building this new Hyundai plant, and everybody's talking about how much money it's gonna bring. But you hadn't heard the mayor say very much about it. When is he gonna tell the people the truth about what the Hyundai plant is doing? Because they in Alabama they have brought up child they brought on child they have been charged with child labor laws.
Mm-hmm.
They come up and they hadn't paid some of the people right here and at this plant. They had some of the people hadn't got paid yet. So when is he gonna bring all this up to the people? Our people went down there, went over there to work, but where's it going? You got 40,000 people supposed to be employed. 4,000 people supposed to be employed. 8,000, I'm sorry, 8,000 to be employed, and then only 4,000 of them are going to be local. They're bringing in the Japanese to do the work. When is he gonna stand up and say, "Well, our people need to go to work"? This is what we need. That's why we need a change.
Well, I see how other candidate comes.
Right. Yes.
We got another candidate in here. We don't want to run out of time without my road dog, my candidate, my person,
my cousin. Now be quiet.
My minister, my friend. Yes,
that's my cousin. Now be quiet.
If she your cousin, she can't help that.
Hey.
Oh, that's jacked up. That's messed up. That's messed up.
Hey, how you, Minister Brightwell? How you doing?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Man, I won't complain. I'm not going to complain. The sister could use some funds out here in these streets, but I won't complain. But how y'all doing?
Doing good.
Good.
So how's the campaign trail?
Man, I'm growing. I'm growing, and for real, like I'm not bragging, and I'm really humble. I'm being humble. The only thing my campaign is missing is funding, to be able to just carry out the tools that I've been able to use as a nonprofit professional, as a business owner. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm a sharp girl. They told me the other day, they say you learn fast. And I do. I learn really, really fast. You know what I'm saying? And so, sometimes in that, you got to be careful what you train people in poverty to do. You got to be really, really careful, because they will be your worst. Me and Dr. Sheree was talking today, and you will have what you call is the lamb and the lioness. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Just don't psych yourself up that just because someone is a lamb does not mean they have the ability to be a lioness. And that means whatever it takes to possess the land. The man just told me in the club just now. He just said, you are in the community. Period. Point blank. In my little plaid shoes and my blue dress that I have on right now with my little foxy brown jacket and my new hairdo.
We know you cute. All right, we get it.
Robert, was that enough pettiness for you? Was that petty for you? Because you love a good petty.
I like how you brought it back. See, we don't take that petty past small. It's hard not to be petty.
We gotta get these votes out, okay?
Let Tia continue, please, because again.
But she is correct that we got to get the votes out, and y'all know I've been hitting the street every Sunday. Every Sunday, me and my team have dedicated up until this Sunday coming, and that's our last Sunday, to hit how they gave it to me. The map was broken up into precincts. So that's how I moved according to the precincts, right? So I might have been over in Robert's area a little bit. I might have been in Miss Lanier's area a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But what I do understand is people talk. And they're going to tell people what's going on and who they're meeting and who they're seeing. So again, my last Sunday is this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Grace be to God. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, just getting out Tuesday to be able to sign wave. And also I'm text banking by myself. And I've been actually, 2 companies have reached out to me so far to ask me, could they text bank for me? And I told them no, I'm already text banking. So I have students, high school students, college students texting for me with a script and adults that I've made up.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. So be encouraged, man. Just be encouraged. That's all I got to. Be encouraged.
Have you been to the Kroger's on Havisham and Gwinnett over there? Have you been out there talking to people walking out of the grocery store? That's
Yeah. So guess what? I've actually canvassed in front of Gwinnett because that's my favorite grocery store, first of all. And I've met some amazing people, as well as we have a well-known boxer here that lives in the little senior living off of what is this? Oh goodness, Abercorn. So I was able to meet him. So I'm not going to disclose his name right now, but he did give me a signed autograph. So they know my name at Kroger's, Julius Hall. They know my name on, I mean, every corner I turn. So don't get this twisted though. Just because they know my name don't mean that everybody likes me either. So you got to be careful of, you know what I'm saying? I'm very strategic because people are frowning at us. People are looking at us crazy, but there are people blowing the horns at us. There are people smiling at us. There are people that are saying, you got my vote, you got this. But there are also people saying that this is a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So some have, you know, say they voted for Van, but then they might vote for one of us that's on the platform right now. And that's just the truth. I'm just giving you the truth of the street because I believe in doing that. Okay. So we just got to continue to work to shake up people that we wouldn't possibly think that are going to vote, right? People that we, like I say, I'm going to the clubs. I'm having conversations if I'm grocery shopping 10 times a week because inflation is high. That's how many times as mothers we probably go to the store, right? My friend right there, we are single mothers, like we like going to the store more than we doing anything else. So even just in my daily routine, I am already campaigning because I'm canvassing myself. I'm doing what I want my team to do. So when they come out, it's not a stressful job to do because I've already set the atmosphere for what we're already doing.
And that's a good thing. And I just want to encourage you to don't give any thought of anything except the path forward. If you remember, Alicia Dietrich and Linda lost the first time around. But guess what they did? The next day after the election, they were campaigning for the next 4 years, and they went into office. So I need y'all, you and Lucia, to understand that you don't come out just when it's time to get a vote. It is a process. You go every day at this, every single day if you want to make a change, if you want to get in office, and then we'll be there with you. All you got to do is show us that you're putting in the work. We're going to put the work in with you.
Yeah.
And listen, Julius, I watched some comments on one of your shows, and it really, let me tell you something. I got to say this. I got to say this now. I got to say this. Y'all, Keisha has told me repeatedly, Tia, you're not new to this. You're true to this. And I believe that. I believe that to my core. I just also believe that there are people here, and not you guys, right? Because I wouldn't be with you all sharing this space with you all if I didn't believe that you believe in who I am, right? Even before this whole we announcing that we running for office, we were doing the work. We were doing the work. So when I look at the weeping time, listen, I was doing the work. I brought $5,000 to the weeping time. Guess what? Off of something where they say I might be miseducated and I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know.
That's the truth.
I do know for sure, and that's why I put it on social media, that there's going to come a time like right now. I'm begging because I believe that he say I have not because I ask not, right? So I'm putting in a space right now that, yes, even after this, because my team has told me, Tia, this is not your first time to run for office, right? So on my cake, Julius Hall, it says, win or lose, congratulations, Alderwoman of the 2nd District. You understand what I'm saying? All of my stuff will say that because now I know going around the corner what I've stepped into, which is I just want to be a public servant, sir. That's all. You could train me. You could give me all the knowledge that you desire. But at the end of the day, you know I'm going to seek God first. And then I'm going to take that knowledge that you gave me to make sure that he tells me how to implement it in my life so that we can keep moving forward.
Yes, sir.
Everybody can't feed the people. Everybody ain't fit to feed the people because they don't know what it is to be in poverty right now, raising 2 black children, watching one of your nephews get shot in the face. They don't know what that is, Julius. So that's a different type of fight. That's a different type of move. So I hope everybody is listening tonight when I tell you that this ain't over. This not over. This has just begun for some of us.
That's right.
They're right.
She's a warrior. Yeah. She's a warrior.
I'm a warrior.
Lord have mercy.
Your speech took us from 800.
Alderwoman Brightwell. Alderwoman Brightwell.
Why Robert always talking when I'm talking? Your speech took
No,
us
that's
from
me.
800 and something people to 1,600 people, and we're gonna be right back after we pay a bill or two. So y'all just stand by, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Ebony Rontel America After Dark. Tell it like it is. Watch Dog, you know, the rabble.
I have a question. Why is Jamal's picture bigger than mine on that first slide? Why? Bernard, I want Jamal out of here tomorrow.
Hey. But on the serious note, and I'm talking to everybody on this panel, on a serious note, I was in a meeting with a group of people, and it was a disturbing meeting. I asked them, I said, hey, y'all know y'all need to go and vote on Tuesday. Y'all need to go vote on Tuesday. Everybody in there said, I ain't gonna go vote on Tuesday. Ain't none of them gonna do anything. Only time I'm gonna vote is when it's time to vote for the president of the United States. And I like, you know what? I said what I had to say, but it was more in a cussing way. So I'm asking y'all this. It's a lot of people think that way. So what are y'all gonna do to change their mind in the next 2 days? Because a lot of people thinking that way.
Well,
We're on the streets. The candidates running have been in the streets out here with people day after day, night after night. So we, some of us really pick up people and take them to the polls ourselves. I ran into a apartment complex. It was really interesting, and it was for people with mental health issues. I had no idea what I was walking into. It was a fun day, but they were just asking me, how can we get there? So I took a couple people to the precinct myself in the back of my car, and the rest of the people, can vote. We got free cab services, the free bus system on election day, so there's no excuses to hop on it. And a lot of these some of these precincts are within walking distance from the places that people live. There's about 12 in my district, in District 4. So and a lot of people don't vote, and it's kind of a slap in the face to the people who fought and died for our right to vote.
Yeah.
I know my car will break down on election day, and I'm on the tow truck like, hey, tow truck person, can you please take me to the to the place so I can vote, and let me get back, and whoever, a teacher getting me back. Like, I'm gonna make it happen. Even if I'm not fully informed, I am now, but my voice has to matter somehow. So you kind of just have to slap people in the face.
Well, here's my thing. I think all the way
resort to
until we get to Tuesday at 8:01. I'm not stopping. In fact, today I was all over the place. Here's the thing: you got to show up and show people different. You got to model different. For example, we were at New Hampstead today. Myself, Rashida, Keisha, and Alicia. New Hampstead is out there by Bloomingdale. One person, two people came, the young people came. We sat there and we showed them different. We welcomed them. We listened to them. We told them different. And people don't always realize different until you say, you know what? Let me shake your hand. Let me look in your eyes. Let me show you what you have not seen before.
That's it.
The first thing, and I'll go back to that debate. The first thing you got to do, Bernard, is show up. That's the problem we have right now. That's what I must tell you what's different about all of these candidates running. You see them do events. We have demonstrated that we want to meet people where they are and then still show up even more. But the thing is, I want to make sure that we are continuing to go in these districts, to knock on doors, to encourage people, to say, just because you've seen garbage in the past don't mean we got trash coming forward. There's a brighter day coming forward. And we've got to demonstrate that in word, action, deed, and just keep telling people, hold on to hope. That's one of the main reasons I picked that one word, believe. Just believe in better. You don't have to, your representative is going to show up. You're not going to have the days of a representative not coming out there because they're lazy and they don't care about you. Different is on the way, but you got to give us a chance to show you different.
Well, you're right, Robert, but a lot of times we have to, in our doings, we tell people, we like you say, you got to go around and talk to them. You have to make sure that you let them understand that the local elections, the local politicians are more important than a lot of these state politicians. Mm-hmm. They have to know that it starts from the bottom and work its way to the top, and not go to the top and then come down. It don't trickle down. It goes up. It grows up. It don't trickle down. It grows up.
The other thing is, you do have, the question is actually a pivotal question that Brother Brown asked anyway. The idea is most people don't realize that it affects them and that they can be of consequence to what is going to affect them. Who you put on the school board affects you and your children on a personal level. Who you put in your city government will affect how you go to work, how much you pay to get on a bus, how much you pay for your water bill, how much you pay for your taxes. Had we had the right people on council right now, our tax bills would have been at least 20% less if they had rolled back the millage rate. Those are real dollars out of real pockets in real households, and the millage rate being placed higher when the assessments are shooting through the roof, it's going to keep rents going up. That's just the way this is being played. A house on Can Park, bordering Can Park, is now listed to rent. A regular house, nothing special, for $2,300 a month. If you make $15 an hour, you can't afford that house. That's just the facts. So people need to realize this affects them. If your landlord has shot your rent through the roof, it's about local politics. If you're paying higher percentages of your hard-earned money for your investment properties, city government, county government, that's not the president, that's not the senator. You have to vote your interest. And your interest is what happens in your local community. Right now, if you call, right now, if you have an emergency at your house and you call 911, you may be put on hold for several minutes. I'm not telling you, this is not hypothetical. Of course, people call me the issues as a minister. I've called 911 and stayed on the phone so long, I hung up. And 2 or 3 minutes later, they call me back. Did y'all call 911? If we're in an emergency, the emergency could have been over.
Yeah.
I needed the policeman to be on the way. Our difficulty again is simple. Good government, like he just got through saying, starts from the bottom up. Your district representative, your mayor, your county commission. That's where you get the biggest bang out of your voting buck.
And
Reverend.
throw that out there that again, and even it's not even the candidates, it's each one of us. Each one of us have a responsibility to have people go out there and vote. That's why people see me posting stuff saying vote. I'm doing it in my own way. Try to tell people get out there and vote. Letting people know. I tag people in it so people know get out there and vote. And then tell folks and even ask family members, relatives, and friends, co-workers, have you voted? Are you going to vote? I don't need to know who you're voting for, but are you going to vote? And then if they want to engage you in conversation, go and discuss and say, this is about your life right now. It's about your life. It's about your present and your future. And so again, you can begin throwing it out there to them. So that's why I'm telling people, for us to get our people elected to office, we must have people go out to vote, because you know what some people are going to do. And actually, like what Bernard gave one scenario, but the other scenario is this, is that, I done work, and guess what? I done got work at 5 o'clock. And you know what? I don't feel like going to vote, because I'm gonna leave that up to Sarah to go vote, or Tia to go vote, or Robert to go vote, or Bernard to go vote, or Mr. Sheldon to go vote. I'm gonna leave it to y'all go vote. I'm just gonna chill. And then guess what didn't happen? You have 1,000 of us taking that same mentality. Then we get some people elected to office who now wreak havoc in your life. And guess what? That 5 o'clock time that you had, now you ain't even earning enough to have a place to live, and you're behind is homeless.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
In my district, I had a friend come to my house after 12 years and be in Parkside. And the example I gave when Colombo voted for the $1 million development next to Parkside, next to the homeless shelter, that's forced displacement. The rent goes up because development brings the property taxes up, and so the landlords have to raise the rent to compensate for the property taxes, and you're being forced out, and you're in a home. He showed up to my house. Our family friendly showed up homeless, looking for a home after 12 years of paying a consistent rent. If you don't think it's real, it's really real out there. And our candidates, we have to win by 50% plus one vote. So please be the one vote.
Yeah. And the more we keep showing up in us, your genuine self, us. When I started this work, my dad had not voted ever in his life. At 60 years old, my dad voted for the first time ever. He's 65 now. So all I'm saying is we continue to show up, be ourselves, be our creative selves. And you know what I'm saying? It's not about a competition to a degree, because I'm just showing up being me. whether I'm putting on an event, whether I'm talking to somebody, whether I'm encouraging my family, which is big and huge in Savannah, right? They're like, this girl always talking about voting. That's all she want to talk about is voting, because I now understand the importance of a conversation that we did not have in my household. We did not discuss this in my household. But I now, at 43 years old and decades before that, now understand, because infliction and unhealthiness had to hit my life with lupus and fibromyalgia, to understand now, Tia, is a time for you to become. My biography is not made up. I am a warrior, I am a survivor, and I am a lover of people. And so with that, I'm showing people, whether that's right, warrior. I don't have a shirt on, but yes. So that, I'm telling you, warrior is like, I'm kicking butt, but people got to not look at it as if she's being aggressive, because we had this conversation. Even when I hear people talk about Miss Keisha, our next mayor. Yes. Yeah. When I hear them talk about her, my thing is this: because women become, what you say, aggressive, if women assert themselves, because if you ever been a domestic violence survivor, and you know when you're unheard, or you know when you feeling left out or unseen in a relationship or a marriage, you would then begin to learn how to assert yourself. So people can then understand, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. That's why we say respectfully. If you ever talk to me, I try to be respectful, but I want to be assertive to let you know I can get the job done. And I don't need a micromanager. I don't need somebody telling me how to come out of poverty, because there's a strategy on how to come out of poverty now. Come on now. And then on top of that, that means that you can't abuse my skills either. If I come to the table, I was told don't leave $1 on the table. Don't leave a dime on the table. Because of my skills, you want to belittle me or make me feel less than. So then we have to be assertive. We have to let you know our skills are worth what we're telling you, and you get offended by that. And then you call us out our names, as if we're less than, or, you know our situation when you don't. So my thing is, I know that, again, we are sweet people. We are kind people. We are loving people. But I believe the Jehovah that I serve, I can't speak for nobody else. He said enough is enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, enough is enough.
That's just the top of that.
Hey, I'm not gonna step on nobody's toes, but the next question I'm gonna ask, because I don't have a dog in this fight, but I do have a dog in the fight. I can't vote because I don't live here, but I'm gonna ask y'all, everybody on this panel, and just keep it real, okay? So in 2019, y'all voted for Miss Vane, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You do right. You do right. So okay. So in 2019,
I regret it. I regret it too.
Okay, so 4 years. So y'all voting against him. So y'all feel like y'all that he double crossed y'all, or y'all feel like he didn't live up to what he said he was gonna do for y'all? So I'm asking this question because people out there, the word on the street, asking the same question. So
no.
What's the difference between 2019 and now?
But I'm saying this, I can answer this though. It's not personal. Let's put that out there, right? Because a lot of people come up to me and say it's personal. And I don't believe that it's personal. I believe that you sent me to boot camp in the 4 years that you were at office. You took me to Neighborhood Leadership Academy. You took me to Neighborhood Leadership Academy 2.0. You told me of the disparities of my community. You showed me where I was and you opened my eyes. So now that my eyes are open and I see more people in my situation with the same situation or worse situation, that I live in public housing and I'm a blessing to everybody. I give. So I'm telling you, the people that I put there for 4 years, when you ask them what they've done, they talk about what they've done for various groups of people, not what they've done for a whole, city of citizens. They talk about the tourism. They talk about the challenges, which and we are. It is challenges in the historic, right? Because we are under threat when it comes to preserving our city. So I'm just saying to you, if we are full of all of this knowledge that I just spilled out to you right there, and Mr. Hall says about 1,000 people listening right now, only thing that I can do is shake the foundation. That's all I can do is shake the foundation, hoping that it lands on good ground and ears of people that say, man, this girl got something to say, or Miss Sarah got something to say, or Robbie got something to say. That's why I share their stuff too. Now, I feel overwhelmed sometimes when I be sharing because I be like, okay, God, I need some people to share my stuff. Come on now, let's talk real talk. At the end of the day, we got to be telling each other and everybody else about each other because people are saying, well, where they come from? Who are they? Then you got people pouring salt on our name, right? Hold up now. You got people out there pouring salt on our name. I'm a mama. So guess what? I be trying to stop my teenagers from wanting to fight people and my mom and them from blowing up because I'm like, listen, y'all, it's just words. It's only words. Nothing. We can't do nothing about how they feel about me, long as they don't come in my space. Because all I'm doing is running for office. So you telling me that you putting my life in jeopardy and other candidates' lives in jeopardy because we decided that our family can't go through this no more. We got to be heard at the Gold Dome. Come on, make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna quiet down now because somebody else can talk.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Going back to what? Going back to what?
Mr. Bill,
Go ahead, man.
Bill, you go ahead.
We got. We got about 10 minutes.
We ain't got 5 minutes.
Hold on. We got about 10 minutes. Y'all make it short on what y'all are saying. Don't go into long.
You got feedback.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something real quick. The man had 6 years as an alderman. Yeah, and we gave him 4 more years, and he still ain't done it. So
West Savannah look a mess.
You don't need nothing else.
He used the black community just to get an office. That's how I feel. And at the inauguration, he stated, everyone is going to get piece of the pie. I haven't seen my piece yet.
Well, here's the thing. Let me give my comment. Here's the deal. Now, if you had somebody who did nothing for 16 years, I'm confused why you voted for him in the first place. Okay? If your LeBron wants for the last
Robert, you got 2 devices.
Who's doing?
That ain't mean somebody else.
Robert,
You all blaming me.
Robert, you got 2 devices.
That's Jamal. Jamal, you got feedback.
Who's that?
That's Jamal.
Hey,
Hold
Jamal.
on. I don't have. No, we can't. Okay, let's mute everybody. Okay. All right, what we got? All right, let's try everybody. You ain't got none. They don't have no feedback.
Go ahead and talk.
Okay, but anyway, long story short, if that must be you, Doris. Okay. That's yeah, but how?
But that's you. Just cut yourself off. That's you. And that defective device.
Okay, now.
Are we all echoing?
Still. Is it still
Go.
Lucia, cut your
Who? Me?
I love I'm hungry. I love y'all.
Go. Go vote.
Are we still?
Go vote.
Does somebody have two browsers open? Make sure you have two browsers open. Or two
Well,
of
I don't know who that is or what it could be. But anyway, we just want everybody to understand. Go out and vote. Pick somebody to the polls with you. We're not going to worry about what they're doing. We're going to worry about how we are voting. If we on Tuesday or Wednesday morning can wake up and understand that the council has changed and that we can finally have some people and some warriors there that are backing up Keisha, Alicia, and Bernetta, and the sellouts are gone, then we'll be happy. You muted, Pastor. Okay.
Mr. Sheldon, try to mute yours.
Let me see how you mute this thing here.
Testing 1, 2. Is that clean? Okay, we're clean now. I just want to make sure that we answer Bernard's question, if I might. Bernard, we got bamboozled, plain and simple. Julius and I and many others on this have gone to the community and asked their forgiveness. It was bad judgment, plain and fact. In the process of life, you're going to make errors, and that was an error. Oh, he said all the right things, just like he's saying some things that sound right even now. Even though in between them, he doesn't even have the discipline to even try to fool us anymore. The point I'm making is we've got a chance to correct what we did wrong, the mistakes we made. If you listen to a speech that Dietrich Leggett made on election night 2019, you would have sworn that he actually had the entire community's heart in his. I'm talking about, it was touching, it was on point, it was heartfelt. He was saying things as meaningful as Sarah Johannes is saying tonight. And I believe he meant it. But the wonder of the seat, the wonder of the banquet, the wonder of the ceremony, by the time he sat down on January, the first meeting in January 2000, he was a different human being. And he's never been the same. I want you to just think of this, and I want the listening audience to think of this. Can you name one thing that Linda or Dietrich or Van has proposed that has affected the wherewithal of the community, the Black community, which put them in office, to whom they're running back to now to see if they can bamboozle us again? Van Johnson has named honorary 6 streets for good people in our community. Eli McDuffie, Coach Booker, and others, Virginia Edwards. I mean, our heroes. 6 streets in the last 75 days before the election, and all of them named for Black people? He must be thinking we're fools. So, he did trick us. Not tricked anymore. We messed up. We're apologizing, and then we're correcting. And therefore, people like Ms. Johannes and Dr. Bryant will make up what we messed up. Thank you.
Crime, housing, that's what they have done. They have gotten us more housing. They got us also, crime is down. in the city of Savannah and in the second district has the lowest crime rate in all of the city of Savannah, and they got money donors for housing. That's
Lies.
what they tell you.
Lies.
Children are getting shot every day. A child, a 17-year-old boy just got shot in Windsor Forest 2 days ago for Halloween. And of course, you won't hear about these things on the news because we're so desensitized to it. It's so normal for us to just, people walk all over us all the time. Our lives really, truly don't matter. So we need representatives who really care about our lives, us staying alive. You know, this is for, when they say vote or die, it's really vote or die out here. It's really serious. Very serious. We're all having a pandemic. Everyone's a part of this. Caucasian, Black, white, Asian, Latino, adults. My little boy who just walked up here. Say hey, Pharaoh. These kids matter too. These kids matter too, and we have to do everything that we can as representatives to put programs in for them, to make sure that they don't get in trouble, that they are protected, and we have to work as a village and implement these family units back into our society. We can't be individualized anymore. You know, we're not raising each other's kids. We're not looking out for other people's kids. So we need to create these family units. And Dr. Snow, when you help the homeless people, the people without homes in the other city, those people are each other's family members. They have found family. Some in the LGBTQIA plus community have been displaced from their homes because of who they are. So they have found people on the streets to be family. So when you just wipe them out under a bridge, but you can put billions of dollars of development behind it, and still there's land next to it, you couldn't build a shelter right next to where they found each other. You know, there's still land there, but we don't want to see it. We don't want to see them. We just want to sweep them under the rug. That's not right. We need to bring back the concept of family. I want to implement Family Day in the city of Savannah. My father, Dr. Johannes, who I'm very proud of, actually implemented Family Day previously. And we need to bring back the family unit, however we see it, however dysfunctional. But we need to be taking care of, we need to be our brother's keeper. We need to be taking care of each other and looking out for our own and other kids and other people's kids. You know, we need diversity across the board. It's not just about us. We've got Asian, Latino. Latinos don't have any vote at all because they are stuck on the border. We have a bigger immigration reform problem. So me as a Latina, they can't even vote for me. So there's an even bigger problem there. And we just have these bigger issues that we need as representatives locally need to work on a state level or federal level to get more aid and bring more awareness to it, because we've got kids being separated and torn apart on our borders. This isn't our land. The land doesn't know who owns it. The land does not know who owns it. And so we don't want the repeating of history that we've had in Savannah. The only people that should not be paying property taxes in Savannah are the Native Americans.
Amen.
That's powerful, girl. I like that. I like it.
In the dark. In the dark.
We gotta.
Nobody knows what's going on in the dark now.
We gotta contribute.
Strange things happen in the dark, y'all.
Yes, it does. And we want to just make sure that everybody understands why we're here. We're just here to get out the vote. We're here to make sure that y'all can see some of these other candidates. Everybody didn't come on tonight because they had other obligations, but we wanted to make sure that everybody sees and understands what we're trying to do. We're trying to make life better for everybody, not just the rich, not just those that have, but those that have not. And we want to put people in office. It starts here with us. We've never had a platform like this where we were able to disseminate information to our community. We have that now. We are giving it all out. We've never had this before. And so now people need to just appreciate what we're trying to do. Look into it yourself. Just don't follow somebody blindly. We give you the information. It's up to you to choose whether it's truthful or not. All you have to do is investigate it yourself. We need you to go out and vote because we need to change City Hall and help everybody, not just some people. If you look at it with the rule change on council that Van instituted, and now he's trying to say he wanted to change it to just the mayor can put stuff on the agenda, which is not right. That's a dictatorship. Right now, he has it where 5 people can. 3 people has always been the norm. What is he scared of? That's what we pay you to be there, to listen to the other people. You can vote it up or down. You can give the people something or you can give them nothing. But see, if you vote on it and you let everybody see that you're turning them down, then those lies are then out in the open. All the lies you tell every day, Van Johnson, is out in the open. He said we look like fools that we're down there protesting. Well, we'll see. We'll see Tuesday in a couple of days whether we look like fools or not. We know that you're scared. We know that you brought these people from out of town. They're asking me why I'm down there, Pastor, and I live in Port Wentworth. Well, where Stacy live at? Where Keisha Lance Bottoms live at? Where Nikita live at? So why are they here? If they can get involved, why the hell I can't? Excuse, hell is not a curse word either.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead.
But
Not in that context.
Tony Senna asked me that, of all people. Julius, why are you here? You live in Port Wentworth.
Actually, I talked to Tony today. I talked to Tony today, and he told me that. And I told him that don't make any sense. I don't live in Minnesota, but I send money to candidates in Minnesota if I feel like it. This is America.
Yeah.
We have a right to assembly. We have a right to free speech. We have a right to have an opinion. And if the opinion happens to cross the state line, so what?
Right.
I was called as a nonviolent civil disobedience expert to Israel. I met with the people from the Palestinian Liberation Organization in Israel. Why? Because my sons and my daughters might be in the military and end up dying in Israel or Afghanistan or Iraq. So we are in this together. This world is a lot smaller than people think. Mm-hmm. And so we need to understand that we all need to get involved. Get in the game. Vote. These people have put themselves and their reputations on the line. Vote. I want to scream. I'm looking at little Jay. I'm looking at Dr. Johannes's grandson. I want to scream because in his bloodstream are tears and work and toil. In his bloodstream are the educated that are span across this nation from sitting in his classes.
Yeah.
If we don't do what we're supposed to do, we will not have a better place for him to do what his granddaddy did. And it's irresponsible for us not to make a better place for little Jay. It's irresponsible for us not to fight the fight to keep him from having to fight the same fight that his granddaddy had to fight. Mm-hmm. And yes, Sarah Lucia Johannes is Black and Spanish, but most of all, she's human.
Yes, God.
And that's the race that we should regard.
Yeah, we lost signal a minute ago and knocked everybody out, but I brought it back up. But we lost signal just now. Mm-hmm. I don't know how that happened. We lost the signal. I did it on the other computer. That's why I'm at another computer tonight. And I don't know why it did that, but it knocked everybody out. I don't know whether the enemy got anything to do with it or not, but it knocked everybody out. And they haven't come back on yet, but only a few people came back on. But it knocked it out. Y'all didn't even see the interruption. I saw it here because y'all went to spinning.
No, we didn't see it.
We heard it.
Yeah, I told you a long time ago. Every time you do a show, there's something happened to your show. I told you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, we went out we went out for about 10 seconds just now.
Yeah.
And everything dropped. I don't know what it is, whether we lost all connectivity to all the platforms or what. But anyway, those are the last words. If anybody got any last words before we go, because we have lost, I hope it's still running.
I can see you still got viewers. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's still running, but it went out a few minutes ago. A minute ago.
I will say this, and it's going to be real quick. My daddy grew up on Missouri Avenue. It no longer exists on the east side. We used to have a Black Wall Street in Savannah. It no longer exists on West Broad, which is now MLK. If we don't get out and vote, our black neighborhoods will no longer exist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Savannah community. Nick, no. Pat, no. Purity, no. Levitt, no. Stella, no. Linda, no. Van, hell no. Okay. Let's change the game, and we can change people's lives.
All right. Anybody else? Real quick.
Folks, we got to get out and vote. You can't sit home and make a change. What goes on over there, you got to bring it to the light. We can't bring it to the light. You stay home. You got to go vote. You got to vote. We can't do it by you sitting home. So let's get out and vote.
Lucia.
Still echoing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Johannes and Victor, we really need positive representation, improvement. And I just want to say thank you very much. I just want to say thank you very much. All right, y'all.
Okay, we appreciate that. You sung us to sleep now. Me and Pastor can sleep better than that. Jamal, you got anything before we go?
HBJ.
Yeah, we're gonna mute him. Mr. Fields, you got anything before we go?
Everyone that is 18 and over, vote. Those who know me, vote. All of my students, vote. All of the parents, vote. When you complain about your rent, mortgage note, don't call me. Please vote.
All right. Well, that sums it up for everybody. We appreciate y'all coming out. Go vote, people. Go vote. You can't vote until Tuesday now. You missed the deadline. So you missed early voting. Go vote on Tuesday. You got to stand in that line. Go stand in line. You need a ride. Give any of us on this platform a call, and I'm sure that we'll find a way to polls for you. All right. And I appreciate y'all coming in. And good night, everybody.
Like this.